But at the end of the day, you have to do whatever it is that you want so that people, right? We're dealing with the human element. We're dealing with people's habits. This is not, I started in this game in 2017 and it's completely different now than it was back then. And it's not the same. You can't just gain followers the way you used to. You can't just, brands can't just get the return that they wanted back then because you're dealing with the human element. Society has changed. Society has shifted. The consumer is smarter. So you got to understand that we have to evolve as much as the technology is evolving. So are the people. So is the mindset. All of those things you have to really take into account when you're talking about this social media game and also the creator economy on a whole. Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you're back, if it's the first time, welcome. My name is Mike Success Rodriguez. I am an influencer manager, also marketer, and also co-author of the book, The Content to Cash Bible. Before I start, like, comment, subscribe. I'm learning to edit and put these things over here. And if it is your first time here, I've managed a bunch of influencers, millions of followers, millions of dollars. But since I got this book, I kind of said, you know what? I'm going to do what I got to do for me, okay? And brand myself and try to get the word out as much as possible. People that know me know I love to share information. I love to help. I love to motivate. Like the top of my channel says, it's motivational, inspirational, and informational. Hopefully that's what you're getting with this page. On Tuesdays, I do something called open mic. I'm into hip hop. It's kind of my ode to that, where I kind of speak on social media topics or anything in the creator economy. I just like to give my take on that. And then today's on Thursdays, at least this is what I'm setting up, is just speaking on anything in the industry, anything that's on my mind. And again, hopefully it's helping some people out there. And I want to start. There was an interview that Colin and Samir had with MrBeast and Mark Zuckerberg. And one of the things there was a lot of information, so you should go check that out. But one of the things that MrBeast had said is that one of his best, if it may be one of the best or the best, the most viewed video that he had, he didn't even speak. He wasn't even talking. And it was the video where, if anybody saw it, it was him kind of carrying money. And then, the numbers kept going up and he was just carrying that amount of money. And that video did, again, I believe it was his most viewed video. And what they were talking about, and I really understood as far as for them, what they were saying was, look, when you don't speak, there's no translation. You don't have to have, I got to put this in English, Spanish, or Portuguese, or whatever language it is. And it was two things that I got from that. Number one, it really showed, again, that this is a global economy. And I don't think a lot of people really truly understand that. I get that. On Tuesday, I was speaking about the Indian government, what they're doing for the creator economy. And I also spoke about something as far as in Dubai. Like, this is really a global economy. Okay. But also what I wanted to do was that had me thinking about, I get people ask me all the time, I want to start, I want to start a page, or, I don't even know what to do. Well, the first thing you got to do is get the book. No, but seriously, that book is kind of a blueprint. It gives you, it's almost like the ABCs. Grab the book, click the link in the bio, and it gives you a breakdown. It really gives you a breakdown of what this industry, how to start, just really almost like the best way to put it is like, it's a blueprint, but it's like the ABCs. All right. I'm getting a lot of good feedback from people like, wow, this is well written. And this is kind of like gives me what I really need. It doesn't give you experience, but it gives you the knowledge. It gives you a breakdown, and it gives you a good start foundation before you start moving. But anyway, the thing about it is that people's pages, you do whatever it is that you want with your page, right? I feel like people got to understand that just what MrBeast does is different than what this person does, and that Colin and Samir do. Like, everybody has different things that they do with their page. And I think we're at a point now where people got to be authentic with what it is that they do. And I think you got to look at your page. Look at your page like it's your channel. Think of, you are Fox, right? You are whoever you see as far as your Netflix, okay? What kind of shows do I want to put on here? And that's what you do. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a show. I'm just saying to look at it like that so that you can structure it like that. Your page should be whatever it is that you want, like I'm doing with this page, okay? I'm just starting more on this YouTube journey. So what do? I have shorts that I put, those are morning videos that I've been doing for years on Instagram. Now repurposing them on YouTube Shorts, and then what I'm doing on Tuesday, the open mic that I'm talking about, and then and Thursdays today, I'm speaking on just a social media topic, and that I'm starting right there. But at the end of the day, you have to do whatever it is that you want so that people, right? We're dealing with the human element. We're dealing with people's habits. This is not, I started in this game in 2017 and it's completely different now than it was back then. And it's not the same. You can't just gain followers the way you used to. You can't just, brands can't just get the return that they wanted back then because you're dealing with the human element. Society has changed. Society has shifted. The consumer is smarter. So you got to understand that we have to evolve as much as the technology is evolving. So are the people. So is the mindset. All of those things you have to really take into account when you're talking about this social media game, and also the creator economy on a whole. But what I'm saying is that for your channels or anything, if you have a question, just go. That's been my biggest thing, especially this year. Just shoot, just do what you got to do and figure it out, right? Figure these things out on what you want to do. Even, let's say podcasts, right? You got people that say, hey, I have 7,000 ideas to do a podcast. Okay, I get it. And I always say ideas are great, but execution is better. And you don't want to spread yourself too thin. If you're just starting, get a podcast, come up with ideas, segment that out. Maybe you have 4 segments within there. Okay, instead of doing 4 other pods, put those as segments in this one overall pod. See what does better. And if you sit there and you see, hey, wow, these are doing good, now you start your own pod. Okay, there's things that you got to learn about this game. Okay, it's not going to happen overnight. But at the end of the day, you got to do something that you're passionate about. You got to do something that you're going to do constantly, right? I can speak about this industry all the time because, number one, I'm in it. And number two, I just want to help people, right? So I'll continue. I'm not a gatekeeper. I will give information like crazy because I want the next person to win. I come from a human element. I come from you hear me, I don't know if you have, but you'll hear me speak about we society, right? We live in a very me society. I'm about we. So how do we do anything? Even when I go into business, when I'm dealing with brands or anybody, I'm like, okay, how do we win? Not just how do I win? So basically, like I said, if you get a chance, I'll try to put that link. I'm trying to figure that out as far as if I can put the link in the description for that interview, which it is a dope interview with MrBeast and Zuckerberg. But I just want you to understand, do what you have to do. Okay, shoot what you want to shoot. Be authentic. Be passionate. But don't make this social media. Don't You got to have the right mindset going into it. Don't think it's like, oh my God, I got to shoot everything. I got to do all this. And, I have to make sure that relax. Start with one piece of content, which turns into 2, and just kind of build it out so that you can get your own groove. So you're competing with people that have millions of followers, but you got to sit there. You got to start somewhere. Okay. If you look on my page, if you go back to some videos, you'll see I started with somebody. Shout out to my guys, Jay at Studio Square. We shot something called Business is Always Personal. I was probably completely different on camera than I am now. I don't want to say completely different, but it was like that was new to me. And now I'm doing this all by myself, editing thumbnails, all these different things. But I'm just taking control of it so I can do something and then build it. And then I'll start to see, oh, wow, there's some traction here. And then maybe I have to bring people involved in this. But you know what? I'm not waiting for anybody. I'm doing what I have to do. And you should do the same thing. Be authentic to yourself. Do what you need to do. And it's possible. You have everything at your fingertips. There's nothing that should be getting in the way of you being able to do this and embrace social media. Whatever company or whatever business you're in, you have to embrace social media, especially if you're an entrepreneur. Embrace social media. That is now a part. That's not like, damn, I do this, I don't do social media. No, you need to do social media. Okay, social media is a part now. It is actually a part of your business. So please don't push it away, because once you start pushing it away, it's going to become stressful and then it becomes crazy when it shouldn't. All right, get with people that know the business, know what they're doing. Okay, but just do it. You got a phone, it has a camera, it has a mic. You shoot, you do what you got to do. Even if you want to do faceless video, even if you don't want to talk. Going back to what I was speaking about with the MrBeast interview. All right, that's my little information for today. Please like, comment, subscribe. I think it says share too. There's just like one sticker that I use, like, comment, subscribe, share, something like that. But I know I put it over here. Over here, there's not too much room, and I'm real elementary with my editing. I'm getting there though. But hopefully you enjoy this. Share it with somebody. I'm also open, like I've said on every video. hey, Mike, can you speak about, or what's your opinion on this? And I'm always open. And like I said, I'm not a gatekeeper. Plenty of information. I'm here to help us as a human race. Seriously, not to sound dramatic, but that's what I'm about. All right. Thank you guys so much. See you next week. Later.
Are you ready to turn your passion into profit? Welcome to the new era, the creator economy, where your content can be your greatest asset. Introducing the Content to Cash Bible by Mike Rodriguez, with Ash Cash, your ultimate guide to building real wealth in the digital age. From mastering your niche, to monetizing your influence, to scaling your brand, this book has everything you need to thrive as a creator. Whether you're just starting out or looking to take your content to the next level, the Content to Cash Bible gives you the blueprint to turn creativity into cash flow. Available now. Don't just create your legacy.